Alright, so for my 10,000 subscriber special, I will be doing hard mode Bjorn without my clothes on, because I'm not super creative. So start by doing the Dark Souls rolling, I guess. Just rolling, dodge. No grapples needed really, just 2 rocket launchers to clear out the NPCs. They can be a little bit tricky in the beginning. You do get one shot by the assault rifle guy and the missile guys. So really just want to clear them out as fast as possible. And then my usual tactics of using the shields to tank some of those like faster attacks from Bjorn that deal a little bit less damage. I don't have to cancel reloading. You can't do that. You can't just be running around during Diamond Rain because that usually hits you. Some other things like just tanking a little bit of a hit from Hydro Laser is no longer viable. That also one-shots you. So without any armor on at all, pretty much any skill or any hit from the NPCs will one-shot you. It's pretty much a no-hit run, I guess. So that's why you do the Dark Souls rolling as well. I think that's a common challenge in that game. So I'm using the Wixen and Gobfins build just to maximize my damage. It seems to be the strongest build to do against Hard Mode Bjorn. Just to make the fight go a little bit faster, remove some of the bad luck that you can have. I am still using like the best aggressive build that I can. Then I had to withdraw dodge a little bit. Not sure if I actually needed to do that, but I felt like maybe if you withdraw dodge all the time here, he will aggro the PAL, but that seems a little bit boring when doing this kind of challenge. Like for sure you can do this challenge with just sending out 2 knockdowns and having them tank everything, but I wanted him to focus on me. So that skill is pretty hard to dodge. It has a pretty big animation, but if you're shooting rockets, you can't really see it due to the explosions. Hydro Laser. Probably just start by sprinting to the side. It does catch up to you depending on like how close you are to Bjorn himself. So I think probably once you feel that it's getting really close to you, you want to roll towards the end. But if you start rolling, I don't think you would outspeed it just by rolling. I don't think that works. Diamond Rain, just roll. And I guess here you need to pray that you don't get hit by like a random skill. That was probably a difficult combination, having those, what is that really? Dark arrows at the same time as Diamond Rain. I guess double Blizzard Spike would also be a difficult combo to dodge. So that's like worst case scenario. If you can, like try to shoot as much as you can during the Ivy Cling roots thing that he gets from the seed mine. So that's when you deal like 4.5 times more damage. During that little window if you manage to hit the headshots as well. So it's probably worth it to have a couple of extra, like shoot some extra missiles during that time. Just unload everything and then you can reload while you're dodging stuff like this. You want to sprint like just away from them. This one a little bit diagonally forward. So really, hard mode Bjorn, most of his skills can be dodged with practice. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to do this challenge, I guess. Those just keep on moving. You can also use the pillars, like dodge in and out of vision, and then he will trigger his attack. You go in behind the pillar again. But some of his skills do go through the pillar, so it can be a little bit trickier for you if you can't see like what he's using. I prefer to be able to see him, like what animation he is doing. If he's sending out like Spirit Flame or something like that, that does go through the pillar. A lot of the skills can be dodged by going behind a pillar, but I prefer not doing it in this challenge. So overall, took a couple of attempts to do it, almost ran out of missiles. Since I'm not wearing any cold resist armor, I had to sacrifice 1 slot for the cold resist shirt, or the multi-climate shirt. And then 3 attack pendants, 2 multi-guided. Falling off the tower, not a good idea. That's probably the way I die the most, is by jumping off the tower and having autosave trigger as I'm falling. It's a big hardcore run ender, I think. So here, health doesn't really matter and defense doesn't really matter at all, since it's a no-hit run anyway. You're gonna die in 1 hit anyway. So the Stronghold Strategist doesn't do anything really. But no armor, no shields. Then the multi-climate shirt is mentioned just for the cold climate. You could switch to the lower tier attack pendant for like the triple jump boots or something if you like. Maybe a grapple if you like to keep your distance. This is the Vixen I'm using, Seed Mine to trigger that root effect for the fire damage. And then my Gobfins. So overall, a fun challenge to do, and thanks for watching. And subscribe.